Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And this video I've got two replays for you in the Tier 8 Tech Tree Swedish tank destroyer, the UDES 03. So the UDES has recently had a buff as part of the last update in July, and you can see it's had some hull traverse speed changes where chassis 1 has been increased from 32 to 34 and chassis 2 36 to 38, both in siege mode, so it means it turns a little bit quicker. The view range has been increased from 350 to 360 in siege mode, and the turret traverse speed has changed from 16 to 26 in siege mode. It's had some accuracy buffs as well, but this is in drive mode as opposed to siege mode. So if I'm honest, I've never really shot the gun when I've been in drive mode. I've always used the tank in siege mode just because, well, it's a turretless tank destroyer really, and it doesn't really have any sort of gun arc. It's just, you kind of have to make it work in siege mode, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not really sure on the sort of the gun accuracy stats while driving. That just kind of makes no sense. As with all my videos, so I've got the equipment and perks in the right hand screen there, so you can see what I run on this tank. Obviously, being a tank destroyer, I predominantly run obviously all the camo perks. I mean, UDES as well as, you know, the whole line pretty much has some ridiculous camo concealment values, so it makes complete sense to run it on a full camo perk setup, because that's where you want to make this tank excel. You want to sort of be quite stealthy, and you want to get behind these bushes, and you can farm stuff at sort of ridiculous ranges. People can get close and still not get detected if you're in sort of behind those bushes in some really good concealment. So basically I've got two replays here, and the first one we're on Abbey, and we are top tier, I believe. And it's standard, usual standard battle. And yeah, my initial play was going to be up the 8-9 line. However, no one came with us, so I kind of felt like, well, it's a pointless exercise. I can't spot for myself, and there was no one with me, so I couldn't even sort of go spot or anything like that. Yeah, it was just pointless basically. There's no point going up a flank on your own, because you will die a very quick death, particularly in obviously this tank as well, because again, turretless tank destroyer, you're going to struggle. This thing doesn't really have much armour as well. You can go in siege mode, you may get some lucky bounces, particularly top tier, but if you're fighting tier 9s and tier 10s, they'll just overmatch you every time. And to be fair, even some tier 8s are going to be able to pen you. This thing relies solely on its concealment. So yeah, the game has been a bit even. We've not really had, it's been a sluggish start basically. We've not been able to find a position yet where we can sort of proper get the gun slinging. So it's not to say that we can't on Abbey. There are certain places, I mean, at the end of the day, the 8-9 line is usually the best place, but like I said, no one was sort of going up to spot ahead of me, so I wasn't going to bother sitting there. And we notice the left hand side here looks like it's going to get overrun pretty quickly, so I've kind of decided, I'm going to sit here for the time being. Going to just back up behind these bushes, so again, increase the concealment, make sure that I don't get spotted when I shoot. And I'm waiting for these tanks to come up, and you can see here they're starting to come up and make some moves. And I'm looking at this tank destroyer. Weirdly enough, I do get lit, and I do take a shot on the side there. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of thinking that I could probably, I could have got away with that, but I guess not. So yeah, I'm still looking at this side though, and I'm sort of considering my options, and I'm thinking, I'm going to sort of get behind these bushes here if I can, and see if I can get some shots off. But yeah, kind of nothing's, most of these tanks are sort of behind these rocks. I see his Minuteman's poking out, but he gets back into cover again, so I'm kind of in a bit of a weird predicament and situation here. I probably should have sort of moved maybe to the left, but yeah, just sort of decided to just stay here and just try and see what presents itself. Just be patient, basically. You can see here we try getting a shot into the Minuteman. Again, we get spotted. You know, we just don't really understand. I'm sort of behind bushes, but I guess, you know, sort of when I fire, obviously I've taken that concealment penalty when as soon as I fire. So it's the way it is. Obviously, just not far back enough. But we do manage to take out that Minuteman, and again, the game is still sort of, you know, still quite slow, and we're just sort of trying to see where we can sort of next get our shots off. So just sort of hovering around here, gonna sort of get up to a position where I can start getting shots into the middle. I can also obviously get shots onto the left hand side, and you see this medium tank over here is kind of on his own. So I'm sort of thinking, Joe, what I'm going to push up, and I'm going to put myself into a position where I can, you know, get some damage off here and try and support our friendly medium. I think he's in the A and BT, so he's going to need all the help he can get, bless him. Yeah, because, well, just recently previewed that tank, and you all know my thoughts in the A and BT, but mainly because it's an auto loader, and you know, he is going to need help. He's going to be on reload now, and also, you know, there's two tanks here I can kind of farm. So you see we push the tree over there, try and increase our concealment. We're moving back as well, just again to put the distance between us and this medium tank, and now we're starting to get the shots in. We put that Senshi onto a one shot. Panzerjäger comes around and manages to take him out. Now we can start getting shots into this T20. It looks like he's dead. Can I get the kill shot? Yep, I can get the kill shot with, you know, picking up our second kill of the game. There's only two tanks left. Gonna try and see again if I can go and sort of farm some more damage. However, you know, the Comet has just been taken out, so there's only one tank left. It's you know, there's 8v1, so I'm pretty confident we've got the win here. It's just trying to see if we can potentially pick up some more damage. So yeah, I mean, it's not been the greatest of games so far, to be honest. Yeah, we just not really put ourselves in a position where we can you know, farm without sort of getting spotted. So but you know, that's just how it is with Abbey. You know, sometimes it works out. Yeah, sometimes you can get in a position, like I say, on the 899, if someone was sort of moved up, like tank sort of spotted here, there's quite a few reds coming that way, I would have been farming for days and it would have been absolutely fine. But again, not much you can do. Like I said before, the Swedish tank destroyers, they are very situational and very sort of map dependent. You know, you just got to find the right spot on the map. So we come up here, we've found the heavy tank. We're not going to go in guns blazing yet because he's turning his tank to us. Going to wait for our team to catch up, and then when they go in, we can just sort of pick off a few bits of damage if we can. Just swing around just to spot him up. He does take a shot and ends up missing. However, again, I'm still not going to rush around because, you know, I don't want to give this guy any of my hit points really. I just want to sort of wait for my team to turn up, get him distracted, and then I can start putting some shots in. Managed to get one shot in. Now I'm seeing Panzer, I'm worried he's going to block my shot, but yeah, he's kind of getting in the way a little bit. But we managed to track the T-32 in place. Can we get the last shot in? We can, picking up the third kill of the game and bringing an end to the replay. So we pick up the victory there. Like I say, it wasn't the greatest of games if I'm honest, but you know, it wasn't too bad considering the poor start. We came out with a fairly good result in the end, and picked up 3 kills, just under 3.5k damage and 685 assists. Got the high caliber and picking up the first class medal, and yeah, half decent start to the video. So anyway, as always, we always leave the best replay until last, and here we're on Arctic region, and we're on the good spawn, to be fair, for a tank destroyer. And the reason I say it's a good spawn because there is a spot that I always like to go to, quite a few sort of TDs, and you know, quick mediums or what have you, anything with good concealment and good speed can get to is this little corner here. And the reason I go here is obviously I've got sort of shots on anything that comes through on the 9 line on this corner. You see the corner where our fraternity has sort of gone to light up. So yeah, and we've seen a couple of tanks come from the middle. Their light tank has just decided to kill himself. Maybe just doesn't like playing bottom tier. We are in a tier 10 matchup, by the way, so yeah, we need to make sure that we don't get spotted, and if we do, we get into cover pretty quickly. Try getting a shot on that heavy that was crossing there. However, we should have held our shot because we could have gone into that medium that crossed. But not to worry, we managed to get a shot into the medium now once we reloaded. We're just going to focus this guy out, just seeing what else is there. I've sort of opted to go for the medium just because I know I'm going to penetrate him. You know, I could go through the 2605 to be fair. You know, penetration on the UDES is really good, but I was just worried that I might potentially bounce off the turret. Now I'm sort of, I have got a shot into that tank destroyer and decided to get a shot into that medium tank. However, this Andre has decided to just park out side on in front of me. I'm not going to say no to that. I'm always going to switch my attention to a tier 10 tank that is side on, and I know I can pen him. Also, yeah, that Andre is pretty heavily armoured, so yeah, it could be quite a pain there, but not really sure why he's poked outside on. We've got a shot into the LTTB that quickly gets shut down by the Brask, which is good for us because that means it's not going to be a pain and he's not going to be sort of lighting us up all the time. I've wiggled round as well. It's the other thing with this position is I don't poke up in the same spot. You can see I'm moving around because knowledgeable players will shoot this position. You know, you will get blindsided. I mean, these guys haven't, so I just don't think they're fully aware that I'm here, or you know, they've sort of really clued up on the whole sort of blind firing tactic. But you know, good players that are playing in that position that these guys are would be blind firing this position because, like I say, it is quite popular with tank destroyers to sit here. So that's why anytime I've sort of poked that down, I've moved back up to, you know, just to the side, yeah, either left or right, so that if the enemy team has sort of seen a shot has come from here, if they go to blind fire, then they won't penetrate. Well, hopefully not anyway. So we get some shots in. You see, we've had a really good start actually. We're already up to just under 4.5k damage. Got a little bit of assistance as well, and we picked up the 1 kill. And yeah, it's been a bit of a fruit farm here. I'm keeping my eye on the other flank because, yeah, with Arctic region, if you know one flank falls, then you've got to pay attention to that, and you've got to sort of move quickly to make sure that you can sort of stop the you know, be a bit of a blockade, I guess, as such, or try and sort of keep them at bay. We managed to get a shot into that Tiger Shark and he gets taken out, so that's all the light tanks dead. Try getting a shot into the side of that Andre there as he poked that down, but unfortunately we bounced. Quite strange considering we've been bouncing, we've been, you know, penetrating the side for pretty much the whole game. Tried seeing if we could sneak one on the side of his turret as he turned, but unfortunately not. And yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can poke a shot here. I thought I was going to leave this position, but we managed to get a shot in the eye. IS-4 manages to take him out, and we're up to 5.2k damage here, so yeah, we've already had a really good game, and there's still plenty of damage to try and obtain. But I'm thinking, you know what, this position is pretty much outliving itself now. There's not really, you know, anything else to shoot at. And I want to try and see if I can deal with that E100, but I'm just trying to work out how. And I'm sort of changing my mind a little bit here, and I think I've sort of gone to this position to try and, because I thought maybe I can get some shots in on the tanks that are still sort of on that corner there. You know, I'm a bit of a higher position, I might be able to sort of squeeze some shots in, but I thought, you know what, there's no point, because if I sort of, there's a potential I could get lit up. So yeah, at this point I'm kind of like just dithering around like a sort of senile old person really. not having a clue where I'm going or what I'm doing. It's just hard to try and sort of figure out in my head where the best position is going to be, and more importantly, where can I get to that's safe. You know, where can I get shots off where I'm not going to get spotted and I'm not going to get absolutely destroyed, because I'm sort of conscious. It's, you know, it's a tier 10 game, and like I say, I want to, you know, try and get some shots into the E100, but at the same time, if I put myself in a position where that E100's got shots on me, well, yeah, it's not going to be pretty. So I've come up to this, you know, another usual TD position. We managed to get a shot into the E50 there. I thought, you know what, sort of being up here, I might be able to sort of sneak a shot into the E50 or something else. So that has paid off a little bit there. I'm sticking around just to see if anything else pokes out. Might be expecting that leopard to sort of make a push back to his base, or, you know, onto the other flank, but again, nothing seems to be presenting itself, so I've decided, you know what, I'm going to make moves again, and I'm going to try and see if I can get into another position where I can sort of get some more shots off. Now, scores are in our favour with 3 tanks up, but it's like anything, you know, it's not a given, and it can soon change, so I'm coming back to the position where I was at the start. I'm going to try and see if there's a potential shot here, and see this medium tank. I'm wondering he might poke here, giving me a slender shot. It's that E50 that we shot earlier. He made a play over to the side. I thought I could get a shot into the side there, but unfortunately shot doesn't go true, and I think I just dirt the ground there, and it just doesn't reach a target. So the E50's got away, and yeah, we're still 3 tanks up, but I'm kind of feeling like, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like I can be a little bit confident now and maybe sort of push up. And I've come this way because I'm thinking, do you know what, if stuff comes back on the 9 line sort of towards their base, I can quickly sort of turn to the side and get into siege mode, and I can shoot stuff on the cross. We see his 2685 has just taken out our T62A, and I'm thinking that's going to be my next target. I want to try and see if I can take that guy out. We've got the M60 with us, however I'm going to sneak up round here, and I'm going to sort of set up high. However, the M60 does take out the T685. I thought the M60 might just hesitate for a little bit there and just wait for me to get set up, but he's decided to take the 2685 out on his own. And there's only 2 tanks remaining now, so, you know, again, I've kind of divered and sort of been messing around, and not messing around intentionally, but, you know, trying to find that right spot, and by the time I found it, you know, tanks had died. So at this point, I've just thought, you know what, there's 2 tanks left, I've got all my hit points, I'm just going to set up in the open, I'm not going to worry about taking any damage here. I know, you know, the PTA will get a shot into us, it's going to hurt, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just going to get some shots in. If I die, I die. I'm not fussed at this point. We do get 2 shots in, I'm going to sort of back up here, going to try and see if I can potentially just get under the ridge and avoid the shot, but we do take a hit. Now he's getting distracted by the enemies coming in the right hand side, and I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to wait and just try and see if I can potentially get a shot in. Did try and sneak a shot in there, but unfortunately didn't hit, and he gets taken out by a friendly Rogal Dawn. Now all that's left is this TVP, and I think he's just fired his whole clip, so I'm just going to go rushing in. I'm a one shot, but I'm not fussed. I just want to go in and get a bit of damage, but unfortunately gets taken up by our friendly IS-4. But yeah, we had a pretty decent game, to be fair. That was a good game to end the video on. You can see there we come top of the board with 6.5k damage and 1 kill there, only picking up 632 assistance, but yeah, that was a good farming game, to be fair, on that corner. Picking up the ace tanker there and the high caliber, and yeah, good end to the video. So if I'm honest, you know, if we're sort of talking about the buffs, I haven't really noticed anything different. I mean, I guess in some ways it's nice to have like the 10 meters extra view range, because yeah, that's one thing the Swedish tank destroyers are a little bit blinders about, so that is a welcome change. And you know, the traverse speed buffs will be handy as well, to be fair, in time. It's just I didn't really notice them through that game, but there we go, guys. Just a bit of sort of information for you as to what's changed on the UDES, and that actually goes for all the Swedish tank destroyers. They've all been buffed by the Stridsvagn and the Stridsvagn 103B. So yeah, if you want more information, just check out the World of Tanks console website, and you'll be able to see all the buffs listed there. Anyway, guys, that is it for the video. I'll catch you next time.